Hey, edition 5 of Bird Bite, Scotty Gange. Happy to be hanging out with Zach Britton. First off, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, no
Appreciate
problem.
your time. Here at the Knack. Today, you did something different. We've gotten a burger every time, but you got the fried chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
Why?
Being from Indiana, fried chicken is like a huge part of my diet growing up. So I saw it on the menu and thought it was pretty good. And I had a couple burgers from here, so
All right,
we need to try this.
We're going to go our taste test, and then we'll hear all about Zach Britton.
Sure.
Should we cheers it or something like that?
Yeah, sure.
All right, for real. Dude, that's good.
That's top notch right there.
Come on now.
Mm-hmm.
Shake. Yeah.
That's good too. Uh-huh.
So Max Troiani had the peanut butter one last time I was here.
Yeah.
Or 2 times ago when I was here. And I had the cookies and cream one last time I was here. They're both
That's good. Yeah, really good.
All right, cool.
Sure.
So little ground rules here is we're going to talk as little baseball as we can because got to get to know you.
Gotcha.
And the thing I like to say is the best way to get to know somebody is by sharing a meal with them. So you just told me you've got 2 older siblings, one of them with 3 kids, the other one with 2, correct?
Yeah, one, but she's got a daughter, and then she's got one on the way, so she's
she
about
does.
to have the second one. Yep.
So how's that for you? Being an uncle and being, having that opportunity to be a cool role model and the cool uncle too.
I don't know if I'm the cool uncle, but no, it's really fun. It's rewarding. It's really humbling too. I never thought I was going to be an uncle. Never really put any thought into it, and then I think I was freshman in high school when my first nephew was born. So yeah, I've been an uncle for quite a while. It's pretty fun. So yeah.
So when you were a freshman in high school, I know you're still really young then,
Yeah.
so maybe now you can kind of look back at maybe if your life changed at all, your outlook on life changed at all when that first happened.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's a tough question.
I know I'm hitting you hard here.
Yeah,
you can take a fried chicken break.
No, I guess I got to take a sip of this.
Yeah, shake breaks are totally okay.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm just a lot more mature than I was then, for sure. Had a lot more experiences in life, and definitely I'm a lot smarter. So I think that definitely helps. And yeah, they're fun to hang out with. I haven't seen them in a couple months, my nephews and my niece, and hopefully when I get back home after the season, I can stop by and see them. So
they get to watch you play baseball at all?
Yeah. When I'm playing close, they'll come and watch. And in high school, they always came and watched and were cheering for me on the side. So yeah.
Well, you grew up in Indiana, and I hate to say this, but I know probably nothing about Indiana. So what was that like? Your childhood growing up in Indiana?
A lot of cornfields, for sure. I'm come from a small town. Everybody knows everybody. But it was good. It's a safe town. Everybody has, pretty good morals, and you grow up right there, and you learn the important values of life. Or at least I did back home. So it was definitely a positive experience growing up where I did.
You mentioned important values of life. I think everybody has their important values of life that they decide are theirs. Maybe it's 3 or 5 or 20. What are yours?
My parents always taught me to respect my elders, be truthful, be honest. And just be accountable for your actions. Those are the 3 things my parents always hit home with me. As long as I can remember, they were telling me stuff like that. So, yeah.
They'll be respectful to your elders. Does that go for family, coaches, or everything?
Everybody. People that are older than you obviously have more experience and have been around longer, so they deserve your respect if they're talking to you, if you're holding the same room as them. So.
Accountability. I know it doesn't just go for baseball. And by the way, whenever it's always kind of awkward talking and eating too. You realize in the first 2 minutes you're like, should I take a bite now? Right? It's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I struggle with it too. Normally I've got fries, so I can kind of snack.
Yeah, that's good though.
Yeah, no, it's we're eating and chit chatting. But when you mention, so yeah, feel free to eat and take a sip whenever, even if you're halfway through a question.
Sure.
You mentioned, being accountable. That, I know that helps you so much in baseball, athletics, and exercise, working out.
For sure.
I want to start there and how that, life lesson that I know you probably learned, 20 years ago or 15, 20 years ago, how that's helped you through baseball to today.
Yeah. Being accountable, for me, it was always like growing up, I had 2 siblings in the house when I was younger. And I was always accountable, for my part of the house. So my room, I always had to keep it clean. I always had to do my chores, be accountable for my chores every day. And that's helped me in baseball. I have to be accountable for the work I put in every day, and having my routine and doing my routine every day. Because at the end of the day, I'm the only one that knows if I do the right thing or not.
Right.
So I have to be accountable to myself and just get my responsibilities for the day taken care of every day. So.
Yeah, I was talking to Matt Troop yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of said it was interesting. You can cheat yourself, and at the end of the day, you're on a team, you cheat the team, and you're with the group, you cheat that group. But at the end of the day, the only person you're really cheating is yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So, accountability. I know through life, kind of what you said, even doing your chores and all that. In your 20-something years of life,
mm-hmm.
how has that, kind of driven you forward and helped you, away from baseball and just being a good quality person?
I think it just taught me, you have responsibilities to take care of in life and in baseball. So you just got to make sure you do the little things right, because little things add up to big things. So, and as Skip says, he always says there are no little things. He said the little things are the big things.
Right.
So I think it's always just helped me taking care of the little things.
The beauty is in the details.
Yes, for sure.
You told me when we did our little lunches with the birds at Nauset Grill that
mm-hmm.
when you're playing baseball and your kind of entire life, you treat it like Pete Rose mentality.
Oh yeah.
And then, or what was it? Kelly said he wants people to play like Pete Rose, and then went to you, and you're like, oh well, my entire life I've modeled my game after Pete Rose.
Skip said I kind of reminded him of like a Pete Rose type of player, and my dad was a big Red Machine fan, being close to Cincinnati, because where we're from, we're about 45 minutes from Cincinnati. He's always been a Pete Rose fan. How can he not be?
Right.
And he always, he used to talk to me when I was younger, like, hey, just whatever you do, it doesn't matter how you play or what the result is, just play like Pete Rose today. Just play like he would. That's just playing hard, respecting the game, playing like every game's your last game. So
that seems like a pretty cool compliment. That Kelly Nicholson, your dad told you to do that your entire life.
For sure. Yeah.
That Kelly told you, I think I see a lot of Pete Rose in you, and he was kind of laughing about that after. He's like, was that really true? Is that true? And so that's pretty cool. I'm wondering, through your life, and they've gotten lots of compliments. And something I'm always interested to hear, like, what's the best compliment you think you've ever received?
Wow. Best compliment I've ever received. I'm gonna have to take a bite on that one. I don't know.
Chicken break.
Yeah, that's a great question, honestly.
Hey, while he's kind of breaking that down and figuring that out, I know that's a big time question for a fried chicken sit down. I'm gonna break down you.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun to watch Zach Britton. I've seen you at a clinic. I've seen you at baseball games. I've seen you at lunches with Kelly. All that. For me, I'm just very incredibly impressed by your character. I don't really care about, the fact that you can hit home runs, which you can, and that's awesome. But, his character is awesome, and that's why I'm really excited that you're here hanging out with Knack. So thank you for that. And, it's fun to learn off of you and really off everybody, but it's fun to watch you do your thing.
Oh, I appreciate it. That's probably the nicest compliment I've ever
yeah, right
gotten.
there. Right?
That was it, right there.
I set that up for you.
Yeah, appreciate it. That was it.
Right there. Okay, good. Hey, so how about your parents? Everybody, you kind of told me some of the things that they taught you growing up through life, and even still today. What have you really taken away from them?
My parents are the hardest working two people that I know. They get up at 5 a.m. every day and go to work. And mainly my dad. My mom, she can kind of make her own hours here and there, but they're both the hardest working two people that I've ever met. My mom didn't miss a game or practice until I was in college, which was always cool. She was always there. My dad, countless hours of BP on the field. Like, I'm talking bucket after bucket until, like, my hands, like, I could not physically grip the bat.
Got all the blisters right here.
Yeah, and, they've always supported me. And they're just great role models. They're people that work really hard and respect people that are around them, and it's easy to follow people like that. They've definitely given me two great people to look up to, so I really appreciate them for that.
That's awesome. I think family kind of determines and really tells what everybody is like. It defines their character, their values. Mm-hmm. But I'm wondering outside. I think everybody has either or a number of mentors or anything, outside of your immediate family, whether it be a high school coach or somebody you met just through your life, even if it's away from baseball. I'm wondering if you have any of those and what they might mean to you.
Yeah, for sure. I have a lot. Sean Laird, He was my 16, 17-year-old travel ball coach. He taught me a lot, not just about baseball, but how to be a man. How to, like I said, being accountable. He taught me a lot about that. How to work yourself to the next level. Everybody works hard when you get to a high level, but there's always those guys that work harder and smarter. So he definitely helped me with that. Mehdi Olivi, who's my neighbor growing up, helped me a lot. When I was younger, taught me a lot about the game, and we still talk all the time. So he actually just graduated from Harvard with his MBA.
Really?
So yeah, congrats to him on that.
Right? Come on now.
Yeah.
Congratulations from the Knack. Your first bites.
A ton of teachers in high school helped me along the way, for sure. So
it sounds like you're a product of your community, and I think everybody is.
Yeah.
Being from a small town, representing at a big school like Louisville, playing baseball, representing at the Cape Cod Baseball League, which is a dream for every college baseball player, really the pinnacle of summer ball.
Right.
How does that feel for you to represent that community that I know has helped you get here?
I mean, it's kind of surreal. I don't really ever think of it like that. I just think it's just an opportunity for me, like, to go out there and showcase myself. But like when I sit back and look at it, like, my town is a town of 5,000 people, and this is like a once in a lifetime opportunity if you really think about the numbers. And so yeah, it's awesome, and I'm blessed every day to be here, and I'm just glad I am here. It's been a great summer so far. I can't wait to keep winning games. You're
kind of the guy in the town, I would like to say. You're the Cape Cod guy, you're the guy at Louisville. It's pretty fun, probably have them rooting for you.
Yeah.
And know that. You've always got them,
Yeah, it's very cool. It's very cool. One of my high school teammates also went to Louisville, and there's a pitcher just got drafted in the 7th round, and me and him were texting the other day. Like, it's crazy how two guys in the same little town, pretty much have the same career path as of right now, and such a hard career. So yeah, it's been pretty fun.
It is a hard career.
Yeah.
I know that baseball is a game filled with failure, and for sure. When I asked you that, what was it, about 2 weeks ago, I said, how do you get through the failure? You kind of made everybody laugh, As funny as it might sound, you try not to fail.
Yeah.
And I know that's something that you do a great job of. You're hitting very well this summer. You've got a couple home runs to your name. It's fun to watch. You just had a bomb the other day. Mm-hmm. But through that failure, there's a lot of failure. And, for you playing baseball all these years, you've played baseball a lot longer than probably 99% of the history of the universe.
Yeah.
How do you really push through all that, knowing that you're going to fail more times than you succeed?
Yeah.
And, things are going to be really hard sometimes. You're going to have slumps that might last a long time.
Yeah.
Because I know that's really hard and it could be frustrating as really everything.
For sure. I'm an ultra competitive kid, and I'm super a perfectionist for sure. But failure is part of it. And when I was 13, 14, that was something that Zach Britton did not know. I did not know that failure was okay.
You just dominated, huh?
Yeah, no, I was just, if I got out, it was just you did not want to talk to me for a couple days. It was bad. Anyway, but it's just something, I think failure makes you work harder. It makes you realize where you can get better, where you can improve. And it kind of helps you figure out your routine before the game.
Yeah.
One game you have one routine, you go over 4, you don't really feel that good. You maybe switch up a routine, switch up a thing here and there, and say you have a better game. You kind of weld mold your game plan to performance and how your body feels after the game and how you feel mentally after the game. I think failure kind of helps, honestly. I mean, it's never fun. Failure is never fun.
You win and you learn, kind of deal.
Right, for sure.
How about success for you? I know you succeed a lot.
Success is fun.
Yeah.
Success is a lot of fun.
Success is fun.
For me, the way I look at it, I never am satisfied with success. You'll see me hit a home run and I don't really smile.
Pretty stone face.
I don't really smile about it. It's just I'm happy, of course, when I succeed or when my teammates succeed, but you can always, I want to keep continuing it. I'm not satisfied with it. Yeah. I want to use that to keep getting better, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
So, yeah.
away from baseball, what's something that Zach Britton loves to do that maybe the Firebirds or the town of Orleans might not know?
Shay Wickham knows this, but I love to fish.
You love to fish.
I love to fish. I love to hunt, and I love playing cards too.
Are you good at cards?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it just depends. It depends on the day, I guess. I don't know.
That's where you're from.
Yeah.
I think you mentioned, and I do know you're an ultra competitor because it's fun to watch. And
Yeah.
what motivates you to be that ultra competitor? Is it something that kind of just is you internally, and just the fact that you like to win, or is it something that representing others or anything like that? What truly motivates you to work hard and compete?
Always just been like that. That's just always been my personality. I love baseball. Like, baseball is like all that I know. It's just one of those things. Like, I would rather go for 5 and win than go 5 for 5 and lose. Like, I really, really like winning. I hate losing. So I've always been competitive from the time I was like 5 years old when I started playing. There's not one thing that I can attribute that to, but I've always just been a competitor. Probably because my dad actually and my mom both very competitive.
Oh,
so
yeah. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of steered you on that path.
Yeah, for sure.
I've got a few more for you. Questions I always like to ask because I think it tells a lot about people. When you're playing baseball, I know you love to play baseball. You love to compete. You love to go on the field and showcase your stuff. You're passionate about the sport of baseball too. There's 3 levels. So the first level is you love it. The second level is you're passionate about it. You're passionate about working hard. Making the bigs and being the guy from the small town of Indiana. That you're passionate about that. But then there's a higher purpose. There's a reason that you play the game, kind of away from internal success and internal really just glory for yourself. There's a higher purpose for what you do, or why you do what you do. And I'm wondering what maybe your higher purpose through baseball and through hard work might be for you, if you can think of it.
Well, in high school, my thing was like I always gave lessons to kids. And I always tried to help kids, like whether they asked for my help or needed my help, whatever. I would help them like with their swings, catching, whatever. That's kind of what I like to do. I like to coach. I like to help. And like you'll see me like in right field, I'll get a ball in between innings and throw it to a kid just to see them smile. I play catch with somebody in the crowd, just to make it fun. Because at the end of the day, baseball doesn't last forever. For anybody, the best players, the worst players, it doesn't last forever.
We don't see any 75-year-old guys in major leagues.
Exactly. I'm just trying to. When I play, I just want somebody to put a smile on somebody's face. And that has nothing to do with performance or how competitive I am. I just, I want to make somebody watching the game happy and enjoy the time that they spent there at Eldridge Park. So,
what does happiness mean to you?
Just enjoying the process. I think being happy is just the search of being like a perfectionist. You know what I'm saying? So the search of being perfect, I guess.
And that's a hard thing to be all the time.
Yeah, for sure. So I think when I'm happy, I'm playing baseball. I'm with my teammates. I'm hanging out in the cage. Fishing for sure. So I'm a pretty happy guy. So.
I know, I can see that. And you're especially happy today because we're sharing lunch, right?
It's a great sandwich.
I know, you're telling me.
Insane.
Hey, you've enjoyed, and I can see it. You've really enjoyed this summer. I have too, because it's fun to watch you guys play in a town like this with places like this that like to host us. And it's a really small town. Everybody knows everybody. I know that's something that might not be new to you, but it kind of is to me. But for you, kind of playing in the name of Orleans, for summer of 2019, you are an Orleans Firebird, and everybody here kind of looks at you because they know you're a Firebird. How cool is that for you?
It's cool. It's like I said before. It's a blessing. I'm super fortunate to be here. I've been super fortunate to have a good summer and a fun summer. And I just, it's one of those places that is special that I'm never gonna forget about this summer. So, yeah, just really fortunate to be here. Yeah.
Before we go, I texted you about this last night. It's my favorite way to end these, and then we'll officially finish our shakes and get on because there's a big game today with playoff implications looming and all that good stuff. But we'll keep you on Zach Britton for one more question. There's, everybody I think has a quote or a verse or a life lesson that they build their life around or make it a symbol of their life.
Yeah.
Like, ask you to come prepared with one that you can tell me that you decided that runs your life, that you just build your life off of. I'm wondering what it is.
So I think I might have been in the 4th grade, and we were reading this book, and there was a quote in it that said, "Be the change you want to see in the world," by Gandhi. I think Gandhi said that. And like as soon as I heard it, I was like, okay, like that's pretty cool. Like I like that. And then we had like a whole unit on it. We might have been 5th grade, 4th or 5th grade, somewhere there. Somewhere along the line. And we had like a unit on Gandhi and learn about him and learn about the stuff he did. And like I kind of like always, when I knew that I was messing up, like in baseball, say like I was having a bad day, I always thought about that. And just tried to check myself to see if I was, being positive and giving off energy even though I was having a bad day. So that's something I've always tried to do, like since I was probably 12 years old. So that's probably my favorite quote of all time, I would say.
Be the change you want to see in the world.
Yeah.
Zach Britton. Thank you so much for hanging out, man. We'll finish these and we'll close this out.